Alright guys, so today I'll be showing you guys how to tie one of the most strongest and reliable knots out there, which is the Palomar knot. I use it pretty much on everything. That's my go-to and it has done me very well. I have never had the line snap from the hook, and if it does, it's because either my fault or it's just a worn out line. But other than that, it is very strong and I encourage you guys to give it a shot. Make sure you watch the whole video because I have two important tips at the end of the video that you should know about. Let's get to it and let me show you guys how I tie it. All right guys, first things first, grab the line. You want to make sure you grab enough line. Make a loop. So you grab the end of the loop. Then you just pass it through the eye like this. So what you want to do now is hold this. I'm right-handed, so a lot of this will be done because of I'm right-handed, so keep that in mind. So if you're left-handed, you might want to do it the opposite way, whichever way is easier for you. So you want to do just a loose overhand knot, just as if you were tying your shoe. So now you pull this side of the loop, you pull this, and now you have a gap right here. So with your right hand, with my right hand, is I pass the hook through it. And now what you want to do is with your left hand, grab the line and cinch it down. You can also you put in your mouth, like put the line in your mouth and kind of just give it some lubrication to cinch it down. So I won't be able to do that because I won't be able to show you in the camera exactly. So we'll do that. We'll just cinch it down. Okay, and once you cinch it down, now what you want to do is you have this tag in. So what you want to do is just cut it off. And you're pretty much done with this. And that's really it. So you just want to make sure it's cinched down good. And that's how simple the Palomar knot is. Like I said, it's one of the strongest knots out there. So I feel like this knot can benefit a lot of you guys. Like I said, I have two tips for you guys. So tip number one is if you have a smaller hook like this, it's a mosquito hook. The hole is very small, as you can see, compared to, let's say, this one. It is very small. So you will have a hard time passing the line through when it's looped like this. It is going to be hard. So for this situation, what you want to do is just grab the end of the line and then just, without looping it, just normal, just regular line like this, you just pass it through the eye and you want to pull as much line you think you need. Shouldn't be too much because it's a small hook. So once you pass enough line, now you want to, with the end of the line, you want to come back and pass it through the hole again. All right, once you pass it through the hole, don't pull it all the way, but just give yourself enough room. And now you have this loop over here still. So now you hold it. So what you want to do now is tie that overhand knot like this. And then, just do the same. Pass it under, do the loop. Now you want to grab this, make an opening, grab the hook, pass it through that loop. And now you just want to cinch it down. And as you can see, the line wants to come down here, which leads me to tip number 2. See, now I just got stuck here. But I mean, you can still do it. You can still tie it. But you don't want to do it that way. So here's number 2, tip number 2. All right, so for tip number 2, I'm going to do it on this hook, a bigger hook, just so you guys can see it a lot better. So, I'm going to get everything started, pass it through the eye. And then let's do the overhand knot. And then right here, what you want to do is when you pass it through, make sure you have the hand that you're grabbing the line that's not grabbing the hook. Make sure you keep this loop up, because if you let it go, it's going to come down like this, and you pull it, the line is going to get caught right here, right below the eye. And you don't want that, because that can actually like rip your line eventually, especially if a big fish, you know, like you catch it, like you have a big fish on, it can rip your line, or it's just not going to be as strong as when you have it, you know, perfect without being caught right here. So what you do is you want to grab this, that loop, and then you can just make sure you hold it up like this. Keep it up while you're cinching it down. See, and once you cinch it down, that line is not caught down here. And I'm gonna show you an example what I mean. So let's do it over, and I'll show you what I mean when it gets caught. All right, so let's go ahead and get this overhand knot so I can show you guys what I'm talking about. So, you know, let's do the overhand. Now let's pass the hook through. And this is what I mean. If you don't grab that loop at the end, this is what can happen. It can get caught like this. And sometimes you see how it's caught on the eye right here. That can get caught, and you don't want that. I really hope the camera's picking it up. So yeah, so the tip number 2 is make sure you have that loop and pull it out away from this eye, just so when you cinch it down, it does not get caught. And that will, because that can cause some you know, that can cause your line to just break off, and you don't want to have to break off, you know, when catching a fish. That'll suck. So that's the simplest way of tying the Palomar knot. I hope this video helped you guys, and I hope you keep those 2 tips in mind. And if you want more videos like this where I help you guys tie certain knots, you know, certain techniques, let me know down in the comments. Till next time, guys.